Speech class, welcome back. All right, so we go from here. The research has been compiled, and boy, oh boy, you did a good job. If you're anything like me, you got piles. You got piles of good research, and you got way too much than you need. All right, let's key in on this first. First of all, remember that I said that the answer to the research question was going to become the thesis statement. So let's keep it simple, please. If my research question was, how can we better understand the history of the boundary waters? Question. The answer is right in here. The answer is right in here, okay? The answer can be broken down into sections, and there's no way I'm going to use all of this. There's just no way. I've got to start tossing some things out. So I'm going to make 3 or 4 piles called my main points. All right? But I'm going to answer the question with one single sentence called the thesis statement. All right? Answer to the question, how can we better understand the history of the boundary waters, is thesis statement. We can better understand the history of the boundary waters if we know about 3 significant time periods. Because in here, I found all sorts of stuff that was going on in the 1920s time period. Okay? Then I found stuff that happened between 1920 and 1950, which was significant time period. And now I'm going to end my speech with talking about the boundary water the legislation of the 70s and the 80s. Okay, there, those are my 3 piles. The rest of the stuff I'm going to toss away. Let's pretend we're doing a speech on Michael Jackson, and the research question was, how can we better understand the artist known as Michael Jackson? Now, I collected all this research on Michael Jackson, and there's stuff in here, oh my, there's way too much. I can't use all that stuff. There's no way. So now, because it's my speech, I get to pick and choose from this big pile of stuff. I get to pick and choose what I want to do, because I have 5 minutes, remember. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick Michael Jackson as a kid, when he was a little kid, because I thought that was fascinating stuff. And then I'm going to pick Michael Jackson when he was with the Jackson 5. I'm going to actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to forget about all of the musical, inventions of Michael Jackson, the musical genius of Michael Jackson, and I'm going to key in on, for my 3rd point, how can we better understand the artist known as Michael Jackson? My 3rd point is going to be Michael Jackson around and right before and during the time of his death, because I found that fascinating. Now, if you did the research, you might pick 2 main points like his music and the Neverland Ranch. Okay? But that's because it's your speech, so you get to pick and choose, but you need those piles because they're going to be the main points. So we're working simultaneously today with coming up with the main point piles, Roman numeral 1, 2, and 3, and transferring that into a thesis statement. Good, here we go. You can better understand the artist known as Michael Jackson if you know about his childhood, his time with the Jackson 5, and the moments right before he died. There, we can better understand. Not we can know everything there is to know about the man. All right, so there's that. Now, here's the thing. Your thesis statement is 1 sentence. 1 sentence. All right? We can better understand the artist known as Michael Jackson if we know 3 things. Keep it simple. If we know 3 things, keep it simple. Or, you can put the main points in the thesis. We can better understand the artist known as Michael Jackson if we know about his childhood, his time with the Jackson 5, and the moments right before he died. The first thing we need to know to better understand, right? All right. So here's what you owe me now that you have done the research. All right. I want you to get online and I want you to start sorting those piles and eventually answer the quiz. Let's call it a quiz. You'll find it in the folder called Sppech2Thesis Statement Test. The test for Sppech2Thesis statement. It's going to ask you for a thesis statement. It's going to ask you for your main points. It's a short answer test. Put your thesis statement in there as one sentence. And then give me bullet points for those 3 main points. What piles did you come up with for your research questions? Good? Are we good? You owe that to me, so get online. First, obviously you're watching the movie now, the video right now. Once this is done, and get right to that test. Sort those piles out, make a thesis statement, send it my way. I'll immediately respond with points. Yeah. All right, keep your stick on the ice.